Grateful. Can you just imagine what the young girl has done? This was my share for this month because it's for food. I'm like a small child. I'm so excited. Hey, good morning, viewers, and how are you? And welcome to my channel. Today it's Thursday, and the sun is bright. It's 11 o'clock, but it is so bright. And from morning, I've been thinking, oh my God, what am I going to be able to do? The only challenge is that, of course, with the little king, there's not a lot I can do because he can have limited time out in the sun. But for me, the sun is something to celebrate. Look at the skies. The sun is so amazing, but down here it's all heat because the sun is very hot. The heat is coming up from the ground, and just lovely. Yeah, but I mean, it's even me, I'm afraid of being in the sun very much because it's so hot. So the little king has been here with the nanny. And in our African culture, what we do is that when you've had visitors who have been staying, uh, first of all, when they come, we say, Geni siku ya tatu mpe jembe. The visitor on the third day, give him digging something to also join you with work. I mean, like on the third day, you are no longer a visitor, you are part of the household. And so I can say that this young girl has been so helpful around the house. I rarely enter the kitchen, and it's not because I cannot, but she's always like, no, mom, I'm going to do this. She, of course, she's there to look after the baby, but she'll still help with the baby even though I'm here. And then she helps around the compound. She's been helping me with watering. And so because they're about to leave, I decided, let me make something special for her. So we are going to have chapati, and then later on, I'm going to send her for meat, and then tomorrow I'll make another special meal again in thankfulness. Of course, for baby, it's just my love is enough. Every day is the same. Yes. So welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Josephine or Mama Gigi. My channel, my vlog is about my ordinary but different life. My life is very ordinary most of the time. And then once in a while something extraordinary happens, of course. But the only difference is that it is different from yours. And that's what I try to show, just how my life is, but how different it is from yours, and I hope you enjoy. Today we didn't have a lot of laundry, you can see. Yeah, that is all that there was. I haven't got down with the construction yet. Everything is one step at a go, at a time. Remember, even the fence was pending, the fence I've done. And then the other thing which I've been doing for environmental purposes, to save the environment, to keep our environment clean, kuhakikisha mazingira yetu ni mazuri. I told you that I have a pit latrine, so I cannot throw pampers into the pit latrine. So what we've been doing is that we've been drying the pampers, and after we dry them, we burn them. The first time we had dried them, then when we got to burning, I thought we'll burn them. No, we had not even dried them. What we did, we used to put in a plastic paper bag for about 5 days or so. And then when they became many, we decided to burn them, but we burn with paraffin. And what happened is that, I mean, pampers have, I don't know, it's a mess. I mean, they're soaked with urine. Yes, they burnt, and then we put layers of wood and then a layer of pampers, a layer of wood, and I found it very messy, and they didn't quite burn off completely. So I remembered that I had seen about, I think, a South American woman who used to dry pampers. Maybe she was washing and re-drying them, but I just remembered that. And so I decided to try out, because Rua is full of beautiful, beautiful sunshiny weather. So I decided to be drying them fast, to do the test for a week. So for a whole week, we'd set them out and dry them. I'm going to show you, like now we are drying them. This is where we dry them. And from afar, you can see like this one has been dried for a few days and then it turns completely white. Okay. And so the ones that have poop, we just scrape off the poop, throw into the pit latrine, and put the pamper here. Luckily, baby has not had diarrhea. We give thanks to God for that. And he rarely has poop that sticks to the pamper. I mean, like but even if it did, we'd still scrape it off. It's something we can hold with tissue and then throw into the toilet. And so we dry the pampers. We keep on drying the pampers. We dry the pampers here. And we've done how many burnings? We've done 2 burnings so far. So when we burn, we don't even use a lot of firewood. We don't use paraffin anymore. We just put a small pile of firewood onto on the ground, and then we pile the pampers on top evenly. And as the firewood gets on, how you feed fire with something, with papers or wood, we do that, and they just burn. They just burn very easily and very fast, and it's a very big fire. And so I decided that's what we're going to do. It's very economical, it's very saving for the environment, and it's a very good way to dispose of pampers. A lot of women in Nairobi, I don't know about anywhere else in the country or in the world, but a lot of women in Nairobi are very careless who have babies. So it's very common to walk around estates, residential areas, and find people have dumped pampers on the road. So this is a message to all of you who have babies and you live somewhere in Kenya where you have a bit of sunshine. Please, just try this. Try this and then let me know in the comments below. It works. We just dry them like this, have been for about a week and a half. Yeah, because the weather is here. We just leave them outside actually, because Ruai is warm in the morning and at night, even though it is chillier than it gets in the daytime, the temperatures are lower. It's still warm enough that they don't get dew and get wet again. So after about 2 weeks, we are going, this should be coming to about 2 weeks or a week and a half, then we are going to burn them. And I don't need to show you, but I think I had posted a video about the last burning we did. They burnt perfectly and then they burnt very fast, and we did not use a lot of firewood, meaning that you can even just use a bit of paraffin and then they'll all burn up and nothing is left. Nothing, absolutely nothing is left. So yes, welcome to my channel. I thank you very much for those of you who are my subscribers, and then for those of you who have visited, please remember to like, remember to share, remember to leave a comment down below. And if you subscribe, it adds the numbers to me and I'll appreciate. So let's go cook. When it's going to rain, what I do is that I set out buckets here. Before I used to set them at the doorstep, but now that I have this seat here, I set them here because the rain falls up to about this level. So each of the buckets is going to basins is going to have sufficient water filling it, so that I can be able to fetch rainwater. I do this to be able to harvest rainwater which is fresh. Uh, I just wash the basins. I purify it afterwards, but it saves me also for washing and everything else. I reserve the water again, or even water for usage in the house. I've never shown you this section. When we built our house, we didn't have the exact coordinates of our piece of land properly, so we left an allowance, which we are going to increase later on, and so we fenced off that back area. This is our neighbor. That's our neighbor's wall. And when we'll now extend our, this is about almost 5 feet, 4 feet something. When we extend our house, we are going to build our own foundation and wall here, because we can't utilize the neighbors. Yeah, so you see the weather has suddenly changed. It's cloudy. It's now afternoon. It's around 3 p.m. You remember in the morning it was extremely hot, and this is what happened again the other day. The weather changes and becomes cloudy, but because we are I don't know the way we are placed, but because of the way we are placed, it might not rain. It might not rain, which is very sad, because it would be so nice. We'd appreciate so much if it could rain just a bit. It's been very dry. The ground is very hard. The pampas have just been getting burnt. That's what I was showing you. So the crops need it. We need it. The atmosphere is so how can I say it? It's really hot. It's very hot. The air is very dry. So we could use some humidity, and I hope it will rain. Those are crows, of course, out and about doing their thing. So we had the lunch. It was wonderful. I love bean stew so much. Oh, there's some cows passing. Yeah, there they are. We have Maasai herders here. Can't see them so clearly. Let me go near the fence. This is a big herd. Like, they literally have very big herds. What they do is that in a manyata or in a kraal of several Maasais, they'll have cattle, and then they'll choose some of the sons and some of the young men to go and look after them. But when there are this many, I can be sure that these ones probably they are being taken to the slaughter or something. This is not usual for them to be that many, and with a mix of bulls and everything. And unfortunately, they are turning this way. I am very afraid. I don't know which ones are the cows which cannot attack and which ones are the ones that can attack. Yeah, so that's a big herd. Usually, you'll rarely find a herd that has bulls. So let me move behind. That's a very big herd. I've rarely seen such a big herd with a very big bull right at the back. Let me run. I'm not a friend of cows. I still have to stand here with a stick to ward them off in case any errant one tries to get in too, because I have some corn that is there, and they have sharp eyes for food that they long for, that they haven't gotten recently. So in case they try to come in, that's my corn. That's for manure. Harvested corn. The corn stalks. The corn stalks that are harvested, I don't want them getting at that. And you never know, one of them might try to pass through. So I just stand here with a stick, but I'm quite at a distance. Oh my goodness. I'm going to show you through the other side of the fence where I can hold the camera up, but there's the semi-permanent sheeting. Here I can't get too close, because sometimes they become difficult even for the Maasai, because the bulls will sometimes even fight. So you can't be too careful with them. Even like now I can see some are nudging one another. I can see through the fence. Ooh, 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 ooh. This herd is being herded by grown men. You can be sure of that. Let me run to the other side and show you in its full glory. Look at that. Look at that. You see, they pass very near the fence. This must be 100 strong. By chance they broke this fence, I can assure you, you'd see my climbing skills right here. I don't even know where I'd run to. It's like listening to lions roaring. Oh my God, I have. Look at that, look at that, look at that. How lucky did I get today that I'm home to see this? I'm like a small child. I'm so excited. I've really seen so many of them, and then with bulls. The last time I saw a herd that had such big bulls, I was near the place where I tell you where Barakiwa, where the water goes to collect the flood waters. And this time it's only two people who are herding all these cows, two men. And that time, two bulls started fighting in a big open field, like a football. I mean, it's not a football pitch, but it's like several plots that don't have owners. And two bulls were fighting. And let me tell you, if you have never seen bulls fighting, they are killers. They are killers, and they were doing that, and the Maasais who are with them were two. One had to be, because I rarely see many of them unless they're with boys whom they're teaching. But there were two of them, so one of them had to keep on herding the cows and keep on moving them. And he had gone a distance, but he was kind of making sure that they don't go too fast away. And then the other one stopped to try and control them. And if you're not Kenyan, in Kenyans we know that if there's a tribe that has a handmade weapon that is dangerous, it's not even the spears. It is not the spears, it is not the arrows, which can even be poisonous. They can have poison tips. It is not witchcraft. Okay, witchcraft. Yeah, it's a weapon. It is a Maasai's rungu. Because it's a knuckle shaped, it has a knuckle end shape, and then it is smooth, and it has a handle that is about 1.5 feet to 2 feet, depending on the length that they want. And I think they get it from where the branch joins the tree. Then they shave it very smooth. And if you come to Kenya, make sure if you go back into your country, you don't go back without a Maasai's rungu, because that thing can crack the skull of a bull. They know which wood to select. It's like a fist like this, but it's a piece of wood, but heavy wood. And even if you lift, because I have lifted one, it's heavy. And so that man was using his rungu, and he had a big one. When they're herding cattle like this, they know they can, if they hit a cow, I mean, it really feels like if it needs to be disciplined. He had his rungu, and he'd keep on, because they were coming and charging at one another, he'd keep on trying to hit one on the back or one on the tail. I think the hip bones are a painful spot. He was not hitting them on the head, but he was trying to hit them on the hip bones, if I remember right. Do you know, those things were unstoppable. He would try and hit one, then he'd run in between. There was this kind of fence, but the one which is very mature. So he'd go, and then it was very thick all round, except now the opening from where I was watching. Because I had been passing, I was wondering, there were no people on the road. You know, the way I always show you, Ruai doesn't have many people. So I heard the bulls bellowing, and I was like, I can see the herd right over there. But then I saw people watching. So now as I came into where the opening of the field was, in fact, in my head, I was asking, how stupid are people to be watching from a distance that is near? Because me, I was at quite a far distance, and what I did, my instinct immediately was to run to a shop that was open, because there were no houses that had openings on that side, or gates. All the gates were closed. So I ran to a shop that had an opening, and it had metallic doors. And the owner was inside. I mean, I could see the shop was inside, but it's a type of shop that has metal doors, but they are open. And so the owner had shut, I think, had shut one of the two doors, and was outside watching while one of the doors opened. And my heart was already beating, because I know with dangerous situations, you never know what could happen at what moment. Like, those bulls could decide to stop fighting, and in their anger turn on the crowd. Okay, there wasn't a crowd, but there were onlookers. There were men mostly. I don't remember if I saw any women, but they were looking. And I was getting goosebumps just watching it. I told the man, I can't walk further. I can't walk back, because I've already come out into this, and I didn't know this was what was happening. I need to go somewhere. I'm going to buy something at the stage. And he told me, just sit here, and if they charge this way, we'll just shut the door and we can get into the back. And so we stood there watching. And those bulls fought for almost 25 minutes. That man could not. I think now one of the other ones who was, I think the other one who had taken the cows got somewhere where he could leave them. So he came back to help his friend. And when he got where his friend was, now you see the friend would throw the rungu, then he'd wait for the bulls to push and tug at one another until they had gotten to, they had left where his rungu had fallen, gone a bit of a distance away from it. Yeah, Maasais are they are brave warriors. Handling cows is more difficult than handling people. And so when somebody calls you a cow, just know that you can be very headstrong, and you can be very stupid if you can only be handled by a rungu. But I really feared. I feared those were big, huge bulls. And they rarely walk with them. If they walk with them, there's only one bull in the herd. I rarely see, okay, maybe I don't check very much, but I know, because I rarely see bulls. Yeah, but that was the story. And so today I've seen a lot of bulls today again. Wow. I should go to Maasai land one of these days and just see how they do that, how they live among cows, bulls and cows, and handle them and call them pet names, and they don't fear. If you're a Maasai, please tag me and invite me to your Manyata. Okay, we have a Manyata here in Ruai. Maybe I should take a walk there. I have friends. Yeah, one of these days. That's an adventure, I promise you. I'm going to go to the Manyata, and I'm going to go so that I can be there by evening when they're being brought in, because by 3 o'clock, oh yeah, now they're being returned. So they passed here in the morning. Yeah, 3 o'clock is around the time when the herders are returning the cattle to where they belong. Yeah, that has been so exciting. That has been so exciting. I was wondering what to do before I close, but that has made my day. So I hope you enjoyed that. That is rare, even for us who live in Ruai and who have so many opportunities to watch cows by passing, and goats and sheep with the herders. So thank you for staying on my channel. Today I didn't give you much content, but what did I tell you? My life is ordinary, but it is different. Do you see herds of cows as big as that every day? No, you don't. Do you get to cook chapati together with your visitor together? Because what I did is, you saw me kneading the bread. I kneaded the bread and I oiled it. We do have first oiling, and then there's a second oiling when you're cooking. And she did the second oiling and then the cooking. Yeah. And we had done the beans much earlier. And I think tomorrow we are going to do beans again. No, not beans. We're going to do githeri. We alternate githeri and beans. And when I make githeri, it means that I can also give some to my daughter, because it's refrigerated and it can stay for long. That is maize and beans boiled together. Yeah, so thank you so much for staying on my channel. Please like and subscribe. And for those of you who are subscribed, thank you very much again. I'm wishing you God's blessings. I'm wishing you happiness. Let's keep on going on adventures together. Oh, and again, this coming weekend, I have another adventure. Oh, Jesus. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, yeah. I love my family. I've been invited to another adventure. Actually, that means I'm going to have 2 adventures in the weekend and in the start of the weekend. But of course, I'm not going to tell you until the adventures are here and they're with us. So keep on watching to find out. And today, whom do I say hello to? Today, I say hi to the people of Nyoyo Estate, first of all. Poleni sana, the people who, Nyoyo High Rise, is it called Nyoyo High Rise? Where there was a fire recently and then your houses got affected by smoke and everything. I had relatives there, I know about it. So poleni sana. For those of you who have patients in hospital, we pray for their quick healing. For those of you who are bereaved, may the graciousness of God comfort you with a peace that surpasses understanding. Those of you who have newborns, celebrate. We celebrate with you. Enjoy them. If any one of you is sick, I pray for your quick healing. I pray for your upliftment. If you are hopeless, there's sickness of hopelessness, of lack of desire to go on with anything, to just feel defeated. If that is the case, keep on watching. Be encouraged, not just by me, but there are so many YouTubers, content creators out there that are hoping to encourage you with what they are doing, with the little happiness they are getting. So how has my day been? My day has been so simple. I woke up, washed baby's bottles, did my ablutions, did some editing, posted something, shot the videos for today, did this video, decided to cook for my visitor. Then we cooked together, then we've eaten, then we've burnt the pampers. I'll show you the burning of the pampers. It's just been fast like that. Not a lot of firewood and very fast. We burnt the pampers, the clothes were washed. Cleaning up after baby is, every time he goes to sleep, you clean up the whole house again, because you left a toy there and you were changing his pampers, so you had oil there and you had wipes there, and yeah. I know some people might think, oh, that's so disorganized if you have a baby. No. Being a baby is a full-time job, and you clean up as you go. And so he's slept 2-3 times already. He's going to sleep again. When we wake up again, he still has an evening shower. Being a house mother and now house grandmother, it's a full-time job. You're busy all the time, because somebody might be thinking, oh my goodness, Josephine came from a career to just staying at home and talking about looking after a baby. Oh, thank you, no. It's busy and it's hectic. Yeah, I can tell you that sometimes I need a nap when the baby has taken a nap, and I even tell the nanny, go take a nap also, or go rest, go watch TikTok, or go do for the next 1 hour. So just rest, just do you, because it's a tough job. So thank you very much for staying on my channel, for listening to my rambles. Watu wa Machakos, where we came from recently, hello ni tunawapenda mwadhi mwe muno. Part 2 is still coming of my return from Machakos. We're going to Machakos. I'm having a problem uploading some of the videos onto CapCut, because I was using my phone and I was using my daughter's phone, and I think the format is not something is not the same. But twazija, it's coming, and I know you're going to enjoy it. So enjoy. God bless you, and thank you for staying on this channel. Bye. It's coming to rain, so I'll leave you with snippets of the weather. Grateful. Can you just imagine what the young girl has done? Cleared up the garden so well. So this is such good development, because now from this stage on, I don't need to pour any more of the mulching, because you can see that the few vegetables that I have picked up enough. So now it's only watering, no more mulching, and then adding on more vegetables. And I managed to plant 2 pineapples. I'm hoping they'll catch up. This is a moringa tree. Is it moringa? Yes. I used to call it neem, but I noticed that it's moringa. It's it's moringa. It was actually cut by the person who was gardening. So I decided to bring it inside and implant it just like that, and I can see there are new shoots sprouting. Not new shoots, there are new leaves or branches sprouting on it. So it's going to be fine. I have all the faith that it has already started rooting and it's going to grow on very well. So yeah, I give glory for that. For every little thing we give thanks. So you know how to make this become very clear. Yes, those little things you see, those are little leaf nodes which will later become branches.